Enjoy this illustrated explainer video about guide dogs for the blind.
Not all heroes wear capes. Some are furry and walk on 4 legs.
A yellow lab guide dog in harness.
At Guide Dogs for the Blind, we believe everyone deserves to live the life they want to live and to move through the world safely and confidently. Which is why we match people who are blind or visually impaired living in the US or Canada with exceptional guide dogs at no cost to them.
A person with a guide dog.
We even help with veterinary bills and ongoing essential support. We create these life-changing partnerships entirely through private donations and with the help of thousands of volunteers. And of course, with our incredible dogs.
A group of people with dogs.
Our dogs are guide dogs at the DNA level. We breed them specifically to do this work.
2 dogs and a DNA helix.
At 3 days old, our dogs start spending time with volunteers called puppy socializers.
A person with a newborn puppy.
Being a puppy socializer isn't just a dream job. It's how we help our puppies get comfortable being around humans.
A volunteer interacts with puppies.
At 8 to 10 weeks, puppies go live with volunteer puppy raisers.
A puppy raiser receives a puppy.
These volunteers dedicate a year of their lives to get these dogs ready for more advanced training.
The dog matures.
When the dogs come back to the school, our world-class staff teach them the complex skills required to become successful guide dogs.
2 GDB instructors train dogs.
After about 12 weeks of training, a dog is matched with their person.
A person hugs a guide dog.
This matching process is part art and part science, and always quite remarkable. Our clients and dogs undergo 2 weeks of personalized training together and begin to form a magical and lasting bond.
A person and guide dog in caps and gowns.
After graduating, clients return home with their guide dogs, empowered to enjoy their lives with greater mobility, independence, and inclusion.
3 scenes of people with their guide dogs at home, work, and play.
None of this would be possible without the generosity of our extended community of volunteers and donors.
A group of people and dogs.
To learn more about supporting our life-changing mission, visit us online.
GDB logo and URLs. GuideDogs.com and GDBinternational.ca.
Enjoy a peek into Guide Dogs for the Blind's Puppy Center, where 2 yellow lab puppies romp in an indoor play area full of colorful structures and a variety of toys.
Meet Kylie. She happens to be blind. That may seem obvious, but you'd be surprised how awkward people can be around her.
Kylie waits at a bus stop with her guide dog. A woman looks at her quizzically. Question marks appear over the woman's head.
So here are some tips to keep us all moving through the world safely and confidently. Always speak directly to a person with a visual impairment, not their guide dog. Remember, that dog has a job to do.
Good morning.
Hello.
Would you like directions to an open seat?
Sure.
There's 2 rows back on your left.
Thanks.
Kylie gets on the bus with her guide dog and sits across from a woman and child.
Oh, Mom, don't pet that dog. It's working.
Now at the office.
At our office, Kylie's colleagues make sure to introduce themselves when they enter the room and to let her know when they leave.
Sarah stands in the doorway of Kylie's office.
Hi, Kylie. It's Sarah.
Hey, Sarah.
Did you see the latest episode of Bachelorette on Mars?
I can't believe Abe got put in the spaceship. I thought for sure it would be Lenny.
Thought bubble with a bachelor on a spaceship.
Same.
Are we still on for a shopping trip over lunch?
Yep. I'll see you then. Bye.
Speak directly to people with visual impairments rather than speaking to their friend, their guide dog, or anyone else. And be specific when providing directions.
A boutique storefront. Sales associate with Sarah and Kylie.
Hello, how can I help you?
Actually, it's my friend Kylie who needs help.
And what is she looking for?
She is looking for jeans.
Oh, they're over there. I mean, just ahead of you a few steps. Boyfriend jeans are on the left, and mom jeans are on the right.
A restaurant.
Kylie's looking forward to a date with her boyfriend, James.
Kylie, James, and guide dog wait to be seated.
Sorry, no animals allowed in the restaurant.
Actually, guide dogs are allowed anywhere the general public is allowed.
Oh, right this way then.
Kylie and James sit at a table with the dog chilling on the floor like a good doggo.
Hey, Kylie, do you want me to read the menu to you?
Sure. Thank you.
James and Kylie with their food.
This smells amazing.
Should I describe where things are?
Yes, please.
There's spicy chicken curry and rice at the top of your plate, and braised greens at the bottom. Your wine is above the plate to the right.
So good.
Kylie gives a romantic smile to James, spinach in her teeth.
Honey, you have spinach in your teeth.
Thanks so much for letting me know.
Let's let Kylie and James enjoy their dinner. For more information and helpful tips, visit guidedogs.com.
All right. Good afternoon. We have a small group today, but I want to welcome you to Guide Dogs for the Blind and the graduation of our 508th class to graduate here from our Oregon campus. Thank you so much for joining us today, whether you're here with us in person or joining us via live stream. We are so thankful that you chose to spend some time with us this afternoon. So we are here today to celebrate 2 new orientation and mobility immersion clients, as well as 3 new guide dog teams, as well as to applaud the generosity of everybody that came together to make today happen. So first, I'd like to thank our wonderful group of puppy raisers. Thank you so much, really, from the bottom of my heart for preparing these dogs for their very special roles. We literally could not fulfill this mission without all the time that you've put into these puppies. We know you put your heart and soul into them, and it really shows. And we look forward to hearing from some of you a little bit later on today. For those of you potentially not familiar with our puppy raising program, these folks get cute little fluff balls at about 8 to 10 weeks of age, bring them into their homes, and they do so much hard work to get them to be a really nice house dog, right? And they socialize them out into the world. They might deal with some chewed slippers, some accidents in the home, things of that nature. And just when they are a really great dog and they've settled into life in the home and life out and about, we say, hey, you mind bringing that dog back so we can take it on its next step of its journey? So you can just imagine how difficult that may be, and just again, thank you so much for helping us to fulfill our mission. Next, I'd like to thank our donors. Thank you for helping us to provide a lifetime of support to our clients. We do not receive any government funding, so we, again, could not do this mission without your support. I want to give a special acknowledgement today to the Sharon D. Lund Foundation of Orange, California, for their lifetime sponsorship of Mr. Steve Helm and guide dog Wyla. And a very special thank you to Lillian Tremoroli for her generous sponsorship of a harness for each class throughout this year, 2024. Thank you to both of these special sponsors. And next, I'd like to thank our volunteers and employees. Again, thank you so much for everything you do to help us support this mission. Whether you help with our dogs, maybe you pick up our clients from the airport, take them to the airport, maybe you walk the dogs or even prepare their dog food, helping in our administration building. Again, we couldn't do this without you. Thank you so much for all you do for us. And next, I would like to share a short video about our mission. This video is audio described, so in addition to the narrator, you will hear a second voice which describes scenes in the video. Captions are also included. And these inclusive features ensure that everyone can access and enjoy the video. So please enjoy.
At Guide Dogs for the Blind, we believe that everyone deserves to move through the world safely and confidently, to live the life they want to live.
A man and his guide dog walk through a park.
Our life-changing programs meet people who are blind or visually impaired wherever they are along their journey, whether that's by matching individuals with highly qualified guide dogs, providing guide dog readiness skills in our orientation and mobility immersion program.
A man holds a white cane and smiles broadly.
Or pairing youth and adults with the companionship of a canine buddy.
A young girl cuddles with her canine buddy.
Together, we are GDB.
My name is Renee Carrasco. My dog's name is Snoopy.
Renee sits in front of a fireplace.
So the reason that I wanted to get a guide dog was because I came across some videos from Guide Dogs for the Blind, and that was my introduction to guide dog travel.
Renee and Snoopy walk along a city sidewalk and cross a street at an intersection.
What I saw was the ease of travel, the speed that the guide dog handler would move with. That's what I wanted for myself. And not only that, but it was also the companionship.
Renee and Snoopy play with a tug toy outside in the yard.
Working with Snoopy has changed my life dramatically because there's so much freedom that comes along with having a guide dog. It's made the hard parts of blindness not so hard.
Renee sits next to Snoopy and gives him a pat on the chest.
I feel like my outlook on life and the world is so much more positive having Snoopy in my life.
My name is Amit Ahuja and my guide dog's name is Tashi.
I had the opportunity to complete Guide Dogs for the Blind's Orientation and Mobility Immersion Program.
Amit stands on a path with his white cane.
And not only did it help me learn to navigate my environment more safely using a white cane, it also made me an even more confident guide dog handler.
My experience was just fabulous.
Amit and his O&M instructor analyze an intersection and cross a city street.
We trained in different locations, practiced different skills, worked out a way to analyze a traffic crossing. I think GDB has transformed my life. To say that it's meeting my needs would be an understatement.
My name is Ella, and this is my canine buddy, Lafferty.
Ella sits on the floor of a living room next to a black lab.
Lafferty is just so amazing in many ways. He's such a good boy. He brings me so much joy and is one of my best friends.
With kids with visual impairments,
Ella's mom, Christy McKerney.
The struggle is real for social contact. It's hard to make friends sometimes. And with Lafferty, he's an automatic draw for all kids, which is wonderful. Lafferty has totally opened up, for Ella, new social connections.
Back to Ella.
I would recommend canine buddies. They're just really good dogs, and they can change a person's life and make it better.
All of Guide Dogs for the Blind services are provided free of charge, and our work is made possible by the generous support of our donors and volunteers.
Renee sits next to Snoopy on the grass in the park.
We receive no government funding.
This organization has made such a huge impact on my life and the lives of so many countless people, and the donors are the ones that make that possible.
Close-up of Snoopy.
Thank you so much.
Ella and Lafferty.
Thank you.
From the bottom of my heart, thank you.
Amit and his guide dog Tashi sit on a beach and watch the sunset.
Together, we are unstoppable. To learn more about our life-changing programs and to support our work, please visit guidedogs.com or scan the QR code.
All right. Well, I apologize. I realized earlier I forgot to tell you who I was. My name is Caroline Wilkins, and I have been the supervisor of this class. And I would like to also introduce the group of instructors here today. We have Emily Algranati, Master Guide Dog Mobility Instructor, Kathleen Mitchell, an apprentice Guide Dog Mobility Instructor, and Jessica Osborne, also apprentice Mobility Instructor. And now I am going to pass it to Jessica, who will introduce our clients today.
All right, first up, I'm going to be introducing some graduates from a recent O&M immersion program with the Lighthouse Earl Baum campus in Santa Rosa, California. The instructors for this program were Regina Kutches and Stephen Udy. The Orientation and Mobility Immersion is a one or two week program aimed in enhancing independent travel skills for individuals, including those interested in qualifying for a guide dog or those who already have a GDB guide dog. It serves as a crucial training opportunity for people with limited access to traditional O&M services, preparing them to partner effectively with a guide dog. First up, we have Andy Gray of Russellville, Arkansas. Andy enjoys camping and traveling. He had a great time during the OMI program and thought it was very worthwhile. On the screen, we have a picture. Andy is standing outdoors on a sunny day in the middle of a cement labyrinth. He is holding his long cane, wearing a gray sweatshirt, light blue jeans, gray sneakers, sunglasses, and a green cap. Behind him is a tall white pole with the text, May Peace Prevail on Earth, written vertically. The background features a grassy field with some trees and a clear blue sky. Next, we have David Hattenberg of Tucson, Arizona. David writes, "Being a skilled tradesman all my working life, I never imagined how much my life would change when I was diagnosed with retinitis pigmentosa. Thankfully, I found my way to the O&M immersion program with the Earl Baum Center. From the moment I arrived, I felt supported and cared for by an incredible team of people who were truly dedicated to helping me succeed. The skills I gained have given me a renewed sense of confidence to face challenges and work toward regaining my independence. Not only was it an incredibly helpful experience, it was also a genuinely enjoyable one. To anyone considering it, I wholeheartedly encourage you to take that step. It's a decision that can make an incredible difference in your life." We have a picture of David standing outdoors on a sunny day. He is holding his long cane and is wearing a wide-brimmed hat, sunglasses, a black vest over a plaid shirt, and blue jeans. The background features a large oak tree with sparse leaves, a grassy area, and a wooden bench. All right, moving on to our clients graduating with guide dogs from the last Oregon class of 2024. First up, we have Mr. Steve Helm of Orange, California. Steve received Wyla, a female black Labrador retriever who was raised by Ashlyn and Tracy Blake of Spokane, Washington, Kim Walter of Liberty Lake, Washington, Lynn and George Schlosser of Deer Park, Washington. Wyla, representing her raisers today, is Ashlyn and Tracy Blake, as well as Lynn and George Schlosser. Wyla is Steve's 5th guide dog. Steve and his family are in the party rental business. In his downtime, Steve enjoys spending time with his wife, kids, and grandkids.
Can you guys hear me okay? I want to thank the Susan D. I think Lund, Foundation for sponsoring us. It's those people's kind of money that really make this organization go. Also, Lynn, George, Kim, Ashlyn, thank you for raising Wyla. She's really, really good in harness. She has really good house manners, which is really a nightmare if they're not. And that definitely helps us. I want to thank my family, for supporting me with all this. And thank you very much, you guys.
So Wyla's my first guide dog that I raised. We're very glad we get to be here today for her. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to bring her to school with me, but back at my school, she would go with me to debate. And thank you to my whole team who got to see her and help me with her. And she was really a great addition to our team and our family. And thank you to Lynn and George who helped me get to raise her because I wasn't able to bring her to school. And even though I couldn't, she helped set the way for me to be able to bring my next dog to school, which I will hopefully be getting soon.
I'm a sucker, I guess. Wilder really was a team effort. I want to give a shout out to Kim. Kim picked up Wyla right here at the campus during Fun Day 2023, took her home, and stole the first 3 months of puppydom. Then Lynn and I had graduated our first dog, and he's a guide in Colorado, and so we took over Wyla, and this was a planned transfer, and we agreed to work with Ashlyn so that she could get the experience of raising a puppy, so there was that part of the team. Got to give a shout out to Gretchen and Liz, our team leaders, for their guidance second time around, and it really, really helps. Got to give a shout out to all of the other puppy raisers and team members from the Spokane Puppy Club for giving us the encouragement. And finally, I want to give a shout out to Ann Tyson, our puppy field manager. She saw something in Wyla that sometimes we were like, don't know. Now we're, but Wyla is our second and we're on our third, and you can't beat the experience. Godspeed, Wyla and Steve.
All right, next up we have Bob Holmes of San Diego, California, who received Kiko, a female yellow Labrador retriever. Kiko was raised by Madeline Roach of Salt Lake City, Utah, and Martine Savago of Hoytsville, Utah. And here today with us we have Madeline. Kiko is Bob's second dog from GDB. Bob has been retired for 32 years, and he currently enjoys reading, traveling, and he will be picking up hiking again now that he has a new hiking partner.
I want to thank the puppy raisers. That's Madeline. Just did a phenomenal job. It's incredible how it starts at that level and progresses through. I want to thank the donors. Without you, we wouldn't be standing here. So I want to thank our supervisors who taught us it's cold in Oregon. It rains a lot, and they work us a lot. So at the end, it's a lot. So thank all of you for being here. We appreciate it.
I wrote something about Kiko that I wanted to share with you all. Sorry, let me pull it up. My name is Maddie. I'm 17 years old. I'm from Salt Lake City, Utah. It's such an honor to be here today to celebrate Kiko and all the amazing dogs that are graduating as guides today. I want to thank Martine, who took Kiko in when we needed it the most from her. She wouldn't be here without her help, and she's not here today. I wish she was. But she was a big help in her success. So Kiko's the first guide dog puppy I raised. Her journey, I would say, is pretty remarkable. When Kiko was a puppy, she developed cherry eye, and she had to undergo 3 separate surgeries and procedures on her eye over the course of a couple months. I was scared that it was going to be a deal breaker for her in the program, or that it would set her training back. But she's unstoppable. She has a strong drive. And with all the support at GDB, I shouldn't have ever doubted her. During her recovery, we used to name her, we called her Cone Rammer, because she was constantly moving and she would bump into us with her cone or other things. She's always had this spunky, crazy, fun energy. And one of my favorite things about her is her confidence. She was never scared of anything. She wasn't scared of my little 15-pound dogs at home that thought they were so scary when they didn't want to deal with her energy. Bob, I'm so excited for you to have her by your side. I know she's going to bring the same joy, love, and confidence that she brought into my life. She's so ready, and I couldn't be more proud. Kiko's taught me so much about resilience and how to tackle challenges. I'll forever cherish the memories I made with her, and I'm so excited for you guys to make more.
Good job.
All right, next up we have Desiree Simeone of Happy Valley, Oregon. Desiree received Briar, a female yellow Labrador retriever raised by Pamela Crombie of Oregon City, Oregon, and Bonnie Anderson of Albany, Oregon, and we have Bonnie here with us today. Briar is Desiree's third dog from GDB. Desiree works from home for Pearson, testing assistive technology. In her downtime, she enjoys singing, volunteering, teaching assistive tech, and spending time with her husband and kids.
Well, I don't have to say anything. You did it. No. So what a journey. I started this journey 2 weeks ago and actually was matched with another dog who was remarkable and awesome and was so great. And she had an injury that happened during class. Or not the injury didn't happen during class, but she could no longer guide. And it was a really hard thing. I went home and then I came back like the ghost of Christmas past. And I met Briar actually 12 years ago to the day that I met my last guide dog, Val. And so that was a special thing. And Briar has really come up to the challenge, and she's a superstar. She really is. She had to kind of cram things into a week. And so it's been a real journey, and it will continue. And I look forward to knowing her even better every day and being partners with her. She is awesome. I want to thank my family for supporting me through all of it and continuing to do so. My husband, my kids, my mother-in-law, my aunt, my parents, everybody. And I want to thank her raisers, Bonnie, who's here, and Pamela. And I really, all of the work that they put into these dogs is just amazing. And I really so grateful to them for that. And I want to thank the staff here too for all of their support and help. So thank you.
As everybody said, I'm Bonnie. Pamela couldn't be here, so she asked me to read something for her. And there are two pictures, which I'm going to read the description of first. On the left, there's a photo of Pamela and myself smiling and standing in the area, grassy area with Briar. That was at Fun Day this summer, where the first time that I had met Pamela was when I brought Briar to Fun Day. So that was quite the get-together for Briar and Pamela. They hadn't seen each other in months, and that was very excited, both of them. On the right side is a tiny baby puppy Briar sitting in the grass in front of a bed of flowers on a leash, wearing her green guide dog puppy jacket and smiling sweetly. Pamela wrote, and that was her snort, which isn't quite as sweet. She snores too. Briar was lucky dog number 7 for Pamela. I'm not one to believe in luck, as I know God has a plan for all of us and all his creation. To be part of this plan to help nurture, train, and grow Briar for the great purpose of guide dogs was an honor. Each pup I've raised has been a blessing to me and taught me good things. Briar taught me strength, resilience in particular. I'm grateful for all the GDB family who saw her potential and helped her in reaching her purpose. Desiree, Briar's resilience gives proof of the divine plan for Briar to be your guide dog. She is a strong, smart, and faithful dog. God bless your partnership. Myself, I started raising for guide dogs in 2001, and I've had lots of puppies of all different breeds and genders and colors and all this stuff, and every one of them is wonderful. Briar slotted into our family just so perfectly, and from the day I met her, I thought, she is going to make it. She's smart, she's willing, she's funny, she wants to do things just right, and she'll work really hard to make sure she does things just right. I know she and Desiree are going to have a great life, lots of fun. Briar loves to have fun, so get ready. I want to thank GDB for the opportunity for raising all these puppies and meeting all these wonderful people that I've met over the years, puppy raisers and partners for dogs and people who adopted some of my dogs that didn't make it. It's been quite a journey, and once you get your life set up to be a puppy raiser, you just keep going. Thank you.
All right. Next, I'm going to be handing off the microphone to Caroline, and we're going to have a guide dog demonstration.
All right. So like Jessica said, we're going to do a quick guide dog demonstration. And this is going to involve some back chaining. So during training, our dogs learn most of the skills involved with guide work through the use of a clicker, which marks a behavior we want the dog to repeat. The clicker makes communication consistent and timely, and is often better than praise or food alone. So we start by pairing food with the sound of the click, and you could imagine most of these dogs are Labradors, so it doesn't take very long for them to understand when they hear that click that food is coming, and they want to repeat that behavior. So for example, you can see Kathleen is doing some obedience, and you hear that click, and food comes. I'm sorry, I should introduce Kathleen, and this is Yellow Lab Guide Dog in Training, Farley. So Farley has been doing some obedience, and he is a very enthusiastic participant. His tail never stops wagging. He cannot wait for Kathleen to ask him to do something, so he has the potential to get that kibble reward. So now we'll start with some of the more of the demonstration, I should say. Kathleen is doing what we call a hand target. She's presenting her fist, and Farley is enthusiastically touching it with his nose. The click comes, and then food arrives. Now she is moving on to putting that hand target onto the bench. So this tells Farley that the destination is the bench, and if I get Kathleen to the bench, I might get some food. So Kathleen's going to do this a few times, and she will continue to increase the distance away from the bench to see if he is showing some desire to get to the bench. He is showing that desire by his very enthusiastic tail wagging. So now Kathleen's going to try to pick up that harness handle and see what he does. He could potentially take her right to that bench. Oh, yes. You can tell, again, the enthusiasm is high. Farley put his feet right up on top of that bench, again, wagging the entire time. Now he's offering some behaviors. He says, "Is this the one?" All right, so we'll do one more time from a little bit farther away. Kathleen's going to move all the way to the end of that stage. She's going to pick up the harness handle. She's going to ask him to find that bench. Do you think he's going to find it? Yeah, I think so. Let's see. There he goes. He's enthusiastically pulling into that harness, wagging, dancing his feet, and is very happy to receive that kibble reward. Thank you, Kathleen and Farley. Let's go ahead and give them a round of applause. So this simple targeting technique can be widely used in our clients' home area. They can apply this training technique to teach their dogs to locate all kinds of targets that are out in that environment. You think about ATM machines, pedestrian crosswalk buttons, bus stops that tend to be just in a random part of the sidewalk. So it's a really helpful tool for our clients to help them navigate this world. Kathleen and Farley will be available after the ceremony ends to answer any questions anybody may have. So that does conclude our program this afternoon. Thank you again so much for joining us today. If you're interested in volunteering, joining our staff, or know anybody who would benefit from our services, please visit guidedogs.com. And if you would like to make a donation to support our mission, you can text the word partnerships to 50155, and that information is on the screen. Thanks again, and for those of you that are here with us in person, please join us for some refreshments in the front of the building. Our gift shop is open for those interested in checking out our array of clothing and gifts available. We also have tours available. So if anybody is interested in a tour, please meet in the lobby, and the meeting place will be by the doors opposite the refreshment tables. And look for the tour guides that will be holding up some signs. Again, thank you so much, and I also want to give a congratulations to our guide dog teams for all the hard work that you put in these last 2 weeks. It really has been an enjoyable time for us. Thank you for keeping us all laughing and keeping us on our toes. And as I always say, I hope to not see you again for another 8 to 10 years, unless it's a casual visit or a standard follow-up. All right? Thank you again so much, and have a wonderful afternoon.